We've talked a lot on this show about the future of the Republican Party, what it needs to look like, what direction we need to go in. And I've made it very, very clear that we need to continue going in the direction that Donald Trump set us off on 4 years ago. We need to keep going in that direction. Democrats hate it. Democrats will tell us that it's a direction of racism and misogyny and all the rest. What it really is a path towards conservatism, patriotism, America first, love of country. That's what it is. Now, the Republican Party, folks, hasn't always been the party of Trump, as I'm sure many of you know. I know a lot of people who listen to this show are on the younger side, might not have been heavily involved in politics when Obama was in office, but the Republican Party used to be primarily a party that was establishment. And when I say that, I mean a party that claimed to stand for conservatism, claimed to stand for freedom, but really didn't. It was a party consisting of the John Boehners, the Mitch McConnells, the Paul Ryans, the Mitt Romneys, people like Jeff Flake, what the hell's his name? John McCain, Republicans like that had control over the future of the party at one time. And they were taking us down a path not towards conservatism, but towards appeasement with the left. Working with the left, even in some cases becoming the left, just to, get things done. And then in 2016, Americans elected Donald Trump, and we said, that's not the path the Republican Party is going down. We actually believe in freedom and conservatism and defeating the left. That's the direction we want to go. And again, I've made it very clear that that's the direction we need to continue going as we move into 2022 and 2024. But you still have some Republican throwbacks who want to resurrect the old ways. Resurrect the appeasement, resurrect the moderate republicanism, resurrect it. One of these rhinos, as they're called, Republicans in name only, is George W. Bush. Now, George W. Bush did an interview a couple days ago with USA Today, and he was asked about the nature of today's Republican Party. And I want to play for you how George W. Bush responded. Take a listen.
If you were to describe the Republican Party as you see it today, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as isolationist, protectionist, and to a certain extent, nativist.
All right, let's stop. Isolationist, protectionist, and nativist. We're not isolationists. Not by any means. What do you mean isolationists? We keep to ourselves as a country? Republicans just want America to exist solely as America and not have contact with the outside world? That's not reality. That's not reality. Donald Trump was heavily engaged in other countries, making deals and so on and so forth with North Korea and the president of Mexico. I mean, to say we're isolationists is just simply not true. Just simply not true. There are instances where, yes, many in the Republican Party, those who are more conservative, believe that American ideals are better, for lack of a better word, than the ideals and principles of a lot of other countries. And in those situations, yes, it's best to distance ourselves from countries that, for example, have adopted socialism or failed government policies. In those instances, yes, it's good that for America to kind of carve its own path, so to speak. But to say that Republicans are isolationists, we believe in isolationism, is just simply not true. Same goes for being protectionists. I don't even quite know what he means by that, honestly. I really don't. And then to call us nativists, that is to say that we don't like immigrants. I mean, that's basically what he's saying. Saying that we in the Republican Party prefer natural-born citizens over immigrants. And folks, I don't know about you, but me personally, I have said time and time again till I'm blue in the face that I don't hate immigrants. I love immigrants. I welcome immigrants. Anyone who wants to come here should be able to come here as long as they do it legally. They go through the process. There's some kind of vetting process. But they should be able to get, at least have the opportunity to come to the country legally. I also think Americans have the right to vet people, but to say that we're nativist, that we're anti-immigrant, it's just not true. We're anti-illegal immigrant, but people like George Bush and other rhinos and liberals can never seem to make that distinction. But let's get back to the audio. So according to George Bush, Republicans today are protectionists, isolationists, and nativists. Got it. Keep listening.
Are you disappointed?
Well, it's not exactly my vision.
Of course it's
but
not.
You know what? I'm just an old guy they put out to pasture, so just a simple painter.
The simple painter. Okay, let me give you a hypothetical candidate for 2024. Okay, this hypothetical Republican is pro-immigration, pro a path to citizenship for undocumented workers.
Yeah.
And by the way, Donald Trump was pro-immigration too. Donald Trump was pro-immigration. There's a difference between being pro-immigration and being pro-illegal immigration. Many on the left are pro-illegal immigration. Conservatives like Donald Trump are not. We're pro-immigration. I don't know why Democrats can never seem to make the distinction between the two, but I don't know. Maybe it's because they have thick skulls or rocks in their head or something. Anyway, keep going. Keep listening.
Pro-DACA, pro-reasonable gun control, pro-education funding for public schools. Does that person have a shot, or that Republican, would that Republican have a shot in 2024?
Sure, yeah.
No.
You think?
I think so. I think
so. No, they would not. No, they would not, because that's not the Republican Party anymore, George Bush. It's not the Republican Party anymore. That goes back to the point I was making at the beginning of this segment. The Republican Party has changed for the better thanks to Donald Trump. We're not the party anymore of amnesty for all. We're not the party of, common sense gun control. We oppose it because we stand for the Second Amendment. We plant our feet in the ground and we stand up for the Constitution. That's the Republican Party today. Those are the kind of leaders that American voters want. We don't want people like George Bush in our party anymore. We don't want people like Mitt Romney in our party anymore. This goes to show how disconnected George W. Bush is from the modern-day Republican Party. He thinks that someone like this, again, pro-gun control, pro-illegal immigration, pro-amnesty, DACA, and so on and so forth, could get elected in 2024? No, they can't. No, they could not. You had someone run like that in the past election. Remember Jeb Bush? Yeah, he went real far, huh?